On the moon. Dancing on the moon.
$51 a day is what this mining rig is supposed to earn you. That's over 18 grand a year. You plug it in and you forget it, you leave it, and you cash out. Is it really that simple though? In full context here, you may not get a couple of the references if, again, you did not watch our video about a new crypto mining rig able to mine $51 a day. This was all based off the mining profitability projections of the iBeLink. These companies making crypto mining rigs, they're looking sus, boys. And yeah, I mean, I like that joke. iBeLink. I mean, it's right in line with the iBeLink. Anyway, it's actually the iBeLink BMK1, a miner that went straight to big mining farms, private parties, and some mining resellers were able to pick them up. But if you're just, a little guy wanted to buy a one-off mining rig, you went over to their website, yeah, you never would have had the opportunity. Welcome to crypto ASIC mining. Here's a screenshot from that video, and the iBeLink BMK1 just shot straight to the top of all the mining profitability charts. At the time of this screenshot, it was supposed to be making $49 a day. There was also the BMN1 that was supposed to be making, or it's supposed to make $13.44. I say supposed to because no one had received these, publicly to this point. The BMN1 is a Nervos Network CKB. We've talked about that coin here on the channel before. It is an ASIC miner built for that coin and thus mining algorithm, which is Eagle Song. But today we are reviewing the iBeLink BMK1, the Kadena ASIC miner that was supposed to make so much more money, but it's no longer at the top of the chart. Surprise, surprise. I mean, not to toot our own horns here yet again, but we pretty much said that was going to be a little unlikely. And again, no surprise, Ethereum is the most profitable coin to mine if you have the right hardware. But mining $18 a day, that's still pretty interesting. And I want to say thank you to Coin Mining Central for even making this hands-on Kadena ASIC miner review even possible. And keep in mind, these things aren't cheap. So if you buy it from them, you'll be paying $4,400. And out of all of the miner resellers, they traditionally have the best stock and the best prices. They didn't pay me to say that. That's why we chose to work with them. So again, to round it out, the iBeLink BMK1 and the N1 are supposed to make $20 and $22 respectively, but the N1 consumes much more electricity, and that is why it's actually still projected to be less profitable. Again, I have not received that one yet to review. The K1 only consumes 800 to 900 watts. That's, if you don't know, that's good. That's not that much. That's comparable to a well-tuned GPU mining rig with like 6 graphics cards. So before we talk about the mining profitability and really also the stability of this mining rig, let's briefly touch on what is Kadena, this coin that it mines anyway. Kadena claims to be a hybrid blockchain platform consisting of a public blockchain, a permissioned network, and the packed smart contract language. You can see they're basically 3 wings right there. Why would you use them? They claim to have speed and scalability, control and connectivity, security and simplicity. And I mean, I'm not trying to sound like super rude here, but like this literally sounds like almost every other crypto and blockchain. They say, why use Kadena? I still have that same question. We look back at the mining history of Kadena. It gained kind of the most interest when it was FPGA mineable. We talked about FPGA mining this before, and we've actually had some pretty fun FPGA miners into review, but they are advanced level hardware. Like we had the TPS 1350, and that was the easiest FPGA miner we ever had, other than like a black miner hash altcoin FPGA miner, which those really function more, kind of more like ASIC miners. But again, they're still much more complicated than that. So anyway, for reference, you look at these Kadena bit streams that pop up real quick. You know, we've got 71 gigahash, 5.4 gigahash, 80 gigahash. But what's the speed of this ASIC miner? Oh, just a lowly 5,800 gigahash a second. Needless to say, FPGA mining Kadena is dead and gone. Sorry. So anyway, my point here being is that Kadena gained popularity, at least in the mining sector, when FPGA mining bitstreams came out for it. And this is what their network looked like when it was FPGA mined. And you can quickly see pretty serious increase here. But the price didn't exponentially rise, and there was not like a huge influx of FPGA miners necessarily. I mean, they have been losing coin over coin over coin to ASIC miners over the last year. And just to clarify that real quick, basically, if a coin can be CPU mined, then it will be CPU mined, and that will be the best hardware for doing so. If they can figure out how to GPU mine a coin that is currently being CPU mined, then most, like 99 times out of 10, the GPU miner will be much more effective, efficient, and powerful at mining that coin. So GPUs then replace the CPU. If people can create a bit stream, which there's so much active and developer activity in like this current era of crypto mining, that will happen if it's possible. They will create an FPGA field programmable gate array. They're basically complex, tunable hardware, and they will create a bit stream and it will outpace the GPU by magnitudes, basically making GPU mining not profitable. FPGA mining will be much more profitable. But here's the deal: an application specific integrated circuit, an ASIC, and thus an ASIC miner, if they can create an ASIC miner for that same mining algorithm, that will be magnitudes more powerful. So we kind of have like a level, like a hierarchy here. And I'm not saying that each piece of gear, as you go up in the specialization is better. There's arguments for CPU mining, arguments for GPU mining. I don't think anybody argues for FPGA mining other than the people that are extremely intelligent and can write these bit streams and massively profit from them. Then there's also an argument, very loud arguments for and against ASIC mining. My point here is just that once these ASIC miners came online, that network went up significantly, and thus that became the new hardware to use here. You notice that network though went up much quicker, much earlier than these miners hit their destinations. Surprise, surprise. You talk about a burn-in period, right? Well, look at this comment from Bitsby Trippin', someone who's been mining cryptocurrency for years, referencing the oil spots from the break-in period. So without further ado, how much coin are we mining here? How much money is it making? Because let me tell you, it's surely not $51 a day. Okay, so you can see my total revenue here. I did do some FPGA mining on this address, but it really wasn't much. So yesterday I mined 92 coins. Today I'm estimated to mine currently 72 coins. You can see my recent payouts. Miner was just spinning up on that date. This was a full 24 hours, fortunately, which can be referenced by this deposit balance. Then the next day, and then the next day, and you'll notice it's dropping. And that's the thing, because this is a network that is just now becoming ASIC mined, which means that it's so much easier to just flood the network. The profitability will dramatically decrease. It's the same reason why the N1 ASIC miner for Nervo CKB will hold up better. Not necessarily great, but it will definitely hold up better because there's already a bunch of ASIC miners on that network. I'd like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Bityard, for being the world's #1 cryptocurrency contracts exchange, or so they claim. And they also claim to have lower / obviously better fees than BitMEX. They've got some interesting sign-up bonuses, so you can use our link in the video description below, join their contracts and derivatives exchange, and you can click on promotion, and you can see all these tasks that you can complete, and you'll be awarded USDT on their platform for doing those things. So how much money did it make day one full day of earnings. Well, 123 coins equates to $22 before we factor in any kind of electric bill. And that's what the coin currently trading at 18 cents. Let's refresh that. Still 18 cents. Nice. And so the thing with cryptocurrencies is, you know, you could mine these coins and you could be making 18 bucks a day and it could go up 10x and you made a crap ton of money in retrospect. But the same way that you can hold these coins and hope that they go up and hope that you make a freaking killing, and you know, the same way it can go down and instead of making $18 a day, you can make $1.80. You know, as if you've been in cryptocurrency for any length of time, you will see that both of these directions are very, very possible. If you look at the price history of Kadena over the last 90 days, I mean, chart's not looking too good. We'll go 180. Okay, we had a little bump right here. Some people got real excited. Maybe some people that were holding, maybe they got on a new exchange, and everybody's pretty much been dumping ever since. To be honest, basically the general logic with FPGA miners as well as ASIC miners is they dump their coins for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other top cryptocurrencies. So next day I made like 100 coins, about $18. So while $18 a day is a far cry from $51 a day, that's still pretty good money for something you just plugged in and you're letting it run, right? Well, so right now I'm estimated to make about 73 coins in this 24 hours. We'll just round that up to 25 for easy math. It's a 25% reduction. And again, we're currently earning about $18 after we pay our electric bill of 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Technically it's 12, but 10's better for math and the videos and all that. Point being, $16.50 is what you would earn. So 75% reduction brings us down to $13.50. You take off that electric bill, you're looking at $11. Electric bills are arbitrary, if I'm even using that word right in this scenario. And that means that electric bills vary, okay? You could be paying double my electric rate. You could be paying half of it, and it will impact this number only. But the total number earned here of just the raw coins, KDA, Kadena coins we've mined, I mean, this is as good as it gets. Actually, I want to clarify that actually briefly, because I'm getting a ton of rejected shares. Like I'm talking 20% rejection right here. Okay, 20% of your shares being rejected means you are basically losing 20% of your potential mining profitability. I have a great connection here. My other miners don't have rejections like this. Okay, so basically it's either F2 pool server or the miner or both. I hate to be like, you know, it's not me, it's you, but it's not really me, it's you. I could be responsible for like 0 to 3%, not 20%. So back to crunching the numbers here is that 11 bucks a day times 365. Let's see if I can do the math right in today's video, because I recently messed up some math. 365 days in a year, last time I checked, okay? Well, what about leap year? Well, I don't care about leap year, okay? 11 times 365, $4,015, unless my calculator is broken. Keep in mind, I'm using the realistic earnings rate after I pay my electric bill, okay? And, you know, let's say I pay the Coin Mining Central price here. Well, it would take me more than a year to break even on this. And you think of a traditional investment, you make your money back in less than 2 years, that's very good. But cryptocurrency is extremely volatile. In the next 2 years, it's incredibly likely that there will be a much better, much more powerful ASIC mining rig for this coin and network. Keep in mind that iBeLink is one of these smaller players when it comes to ASIC mining when compared to companies like Bitmain and their ant miners and InnoSilicon and all of their extremely poorly named mining rigs. Another thing I want to clarify here also is that the network is up 3x in the last 2 months, and it's up 2x in the last 1 month. And that's with all of these ASIC miners coming on and taking over the network. And so just take the network as it is now. If the network doubled, my mining profitability will be halved as far as coins go. As far as the actual coins trading price, you know, that's a whole different animal, right? We'll go to Coin Market Cap, Binance Cap, right? We'll put in a little KDA and we'll go here and let's look at the market pairs. Yeah, hopefully you're not a US citizen, because you can't use Bittrex anymore. They have that lame Bittrex UX or US. And then you quickly look at these pairs, you don't see a lot of options. You don't see a lot of options with volume. You're like, whoa, I hope I can trade this on a Hotbit because they seem to have the best price as well as the best volume. Good news. You can use my link below and you can trade these coins on Hotbit. I'm a US citizen and I'm trading my coins on Hotbit, which is good because this gives me my only opportunity to turn these into Bitcoin or USDT. So before we round out this review, I haven't even logged into it, right? Well, you need to find the associated IP address on your network, and the username is iBeLink. It should automatically populate, and the default password is also iBeLink. It uses their own version of CG Miner. You can click on the config and you can see my settings in here. And what I noticed was I needed to customize the setting and then save the configuration. And then it added an additional configuration here. And when then I changed over to this configuration and it was saving my stuff properly. I was not having success customizing the configuration in here. I basically had to make an additional one and then make that my default. And since then, I mean, you know, it's been working. My discards here again are just absolutely insane. But this isn't uncommon when it comes to new ASIC mining rigs. I mean, keep in mind that these companies are rushing to market with these. The first one there, they get the big chunk of the pie. Even if it's a crappy machine, a crappy, really powerful machine is still potentially extremely profitable. So, you know, it works. The uptime's there. Like it's always mining consistently. But if these discards were potentially under control, or if those things were like possible to be fixed, the mining profitability per miner would go up. But if they all did that, then it'd kind of be relative and it actually wouldn't really matter. So there it is, guys. How much money did the $51 per day crypto mining rig actually make? Well, it's actually making like $18 a day and it's on track to make $11 a day pretty soon. So that's kind of the game that's played with crypto ASIC mining, for better and worse. Keep in mind, making $10 a day with a machine you just plug into the wall is actually incredibly phenomenal. But can it maintain that? Statistically, it's actually unlikely. So my review and opinion of this miner is simply that, I mean, it works. It's not the best as far as just the actual, seems like fine tuning of the machine. It's certainly profitable right now. I think it's unlikely to maintain that profitability for a long time unless Kadena just skyrockets in price, which I don't particularly see why, but there's been plenty of coins that have skyrocketed in price that I thought that made no sense at all. I'm sure you've seen it as well. That's just kind of cryptocurrency in a nutshell. But, you know, if you're like, well, Vos, do you recommend buying this machine? Again, you do whatever you want to do. I have more fun just reviewing stuff, bringing you real world numbers, bringing you all the data, and letting you put it all together and make your own decisions. I wouldn't recommend this though. I think it's too risky. The risk versus reward is just not there. If the potential upside doesn't beat just buying some coins and probably making money, I just don't see the appeal. So it's interesting nonetheless, but I wouldn't recommend this miner, especially not from iBeLink. So I also think it's likely we'll see a version from Bitmain or InnoSilicon in the not so far future. That's not like some kind of wink, like insider info thing. It's just a guess. So as always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to the VoskCoin YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment. I'll see you on the next video.